Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I'm Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Seth Geis, and from the Bastani Studio, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
I'm doing well.
Good man, we're back in the saddle, but all the June fans out there are going to be really sad. It's just the three of us. So, leave your comment about how much you miss June and, how much you love him and all that stuff. And we'll direct the comments to him.
Yeah, he smoked the cigar. He just couldn't make it for the video, so
Yeah.
he's not MIA completely. So
He cares.
yeah. All right. So today we are talking about the Stoic Moderation. And this cigar is a Corona Gorda 5.5 inch by 46. It comes out of the Kellner Cigars factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrapper and binder are both Ecuadorian Habano. Filler is Dominican Republic, United States, and an undisclosed location. It is blended by Vance Taylor and Klaus Kellner. Price point is $10.68. The cigar was released in November of 2024. And we picked these cigars up from Blue Smoke of Dallas. So if you're in the Dallas area, be sure to stop in for a cigar. Say hi to Jay. If you're not, you can always give him a call. Maybe he'll ship something to you. But don't tell him that we sent you. All
No,
right.
don't give him the DP0 code because
Yep.
he'll be like, fuck those guys.
Yep. All
Just
right,
kidding.
Seth, take us through your experience with this cigar.
Undisclosed location, the filler, you secret people. Listen, it's a very moderate looking cigar. I'll put it that way. There's nothing wowing about that. Floral, herbal qualities, seasoned wood notes. There's some tobacco, nuts, hay. It's one of those things like you could pick up that Kilner quality to the blend. A little bit of nuts and hay. I said that. Sweet red pepper spices, medium strength and body. Flavor profile doesn't really fluctuate too much. I thought it was kind of pretty consistent throughout. Floral, herbal, red pepper spices, wood nuts, hay. Final third has a little bit more. It's not as balanced as the first two thirds. Finish with toasted nuts, still drier, medium strength and body. Um, Good burn, amazing draw. Yeah, decent Corona Gorda. John?
Yeah, I started very much the same. Like you said, I think the core of the profile is this really interesting herbal quality, and I think that it feels like the profile is built around that because there's a little bit of dry wood, but all it does is accent that herbal quality. There's a little bit of light bread, a little bit of sweet tobacco, and none of it's overpowering the palate. Like I think calling it medium, like it's just medium, like it's just a half a step into medium. So like it's super approachable and there was even some grassy and vegetal notes for me in the first third, but they were all really well balanced. Like nothing was harsh on the palate, nothing was discordant. It was a really nice start. And I struggled because I was like, Aaron's gonna love this cigar. I can tell already. And it was so close for me in the second third. It was so close because it still had a lot of that core flavor, but it just felt like it was missing something for me in that second third even though it anchored with the baking spices and the herbal quality and the breadiness and creaminess, it just took just enough of a step back that I was like, I'm like, how am I going to score this? Am I scoring it good? And I'm like, well, if I have to question myself, then it's not in the good category.
Yeah.
That's what we've talked about. If it's not there and I have to question it, then it's not there. And I'll talk more in the finish, but and like Seth said, I don't think the profile was pretty consistent all the way through. Like even the last third was very similar to the second third. Creamy herbal notes, a little bit of earthiness came in the last third, which wasn't there for the rest of the cigar. It did have a little bit of sharp wood finish to it as it progressed, and maybe that was a little off-putting. Construction was excellent. Maybe some slight unevenness as it started, and that could have been user error because it was straight all the way through after that. And it was almost got knocked on draw because I think it was right on the edge of being slightly towards the snug spectrum, but it was just enough. 50 inches of water, so right on the cusp, but still a great construction. Yeah, I'm unsure. I'm unsure. I put it down as average, but I'm still unsure. This is a thinker. This is a real thinker cigar. Aaron, let's hear your experience.
Yeah, for me, this cigar started with mildly toasted cedar, earth, and an interesting musty component. Got some black pepper that joined in pretty quickly. Later, a mild chalkiness joined in. Second, third saw the mustiness become even with the cedar up front and some wood bitterness joined in. And then later some meatiness joined the profile. The toast level then increased, and the cedar once again had a lead in the profile. Then the final third saw the mustiness lose its uniqueness. Toast level increased a bit more, and the wood bitterness increased while the earth and the mustiness swapped places. Um, I thought the cigar had a nice flavor profile through the first two thirds. It had this unique mustiness that I really couldn't pinpoint what the like added character to it is. It wasn't the mushroom mustiness and stuff like that that I normally get. There was just some other thing I just don't know how to describe it. So, but it was unique and interesting.
Umami.
Um, but had a bunch of other flavor components that were all mixed in there. So kind of took a step down in the final third as the mustiness lost its uniqueness. It kind of was a bit more cedar and earth driven there. But I'd be up for coming back to this cigar. Also wanted to smoke some of the other Vitolas. We smoked one of the other Vitola at the trade show, and that was nice as well. So, price point's not crazy on these at all, so it's easy to kind of try them
What
out.
was
And
was the price point again? Sorry.
1068 for this one. So
That's
this
super
is probably going
reasonable.
to be on the cheaper side of what the Vitolas that are in the portfolio. But yeah, I think we smoked the Churchillish size.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm racking my the whole time we've been doing the review. I'm like, what's the name? And I'm just racking my brain. I can't
I think
remember. But
June noted it in his review, and he said it was the Wisdom 7x48. There you go.
that well,
Do
Um,
we'll
they
talk
do
about that.
do they do isn't there like a thick Robusto with it?
there might be. I think it was four sizes, something like that.
Or four or five
Yeah.
sizes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I enjoyed the cigar. All right. Getting to the scores, we're going to start at the top with me at 6.72. John gave it a
Whoa.
6.1. June gave it a 5.75, and Seth gave it a 5.55. So, my 6.72 matches up well. Really unique flavor profile with that mustiness. I really dug it. Kind of good flavor delivery through those first two thirds. Really good construction, so that helps bump it up a little bit. Just fell off in that final third, which is typical of how I experience cigars. So not a knock on the cigar, but not didn't kind of elevate itself to that next level of being able to be good all the way through. All right, John, 6.1.
Okay. So normally I would say a 6.1. It's not enough. Yada yada yada. It's 1060, man. I was almost there in the second third. I feel like I would have been in the mid to high sixes. And so I feel like this is one I want to return to and just try it again because I feel like this is something I might enjoy because I found the profile really interesting. So I think the score reflects my experience, but it doesn't necessarily reflect my actions because I think I'll pick up another one of these and try it out.
All right, Seth, 5.55.
Yeah, John said it well. I mean, I think the score, it's one of those things, it scored what it did, and it's one of those, it's not like something I think there's too much Ecuadorian Habano in the blend. I think that's a part of with the wrapper and the binder, but like I feel like there's a core, and I feel like they could have used a little bit more. But it's one of those blends I would come back to. I'd actually really want to smoke in a bunch of different sizes because it's one of these things. I love the Corona Gorda, but I just think that smoking this in a different size as well will take it in a whole other direction.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't think it's going to be for everybody though. It's really
Yeah.
one of those, it's a
Yep.
different, um, you could get the Kellner quality to it, but at the same time, it's not like a classic standard Kellner that you might think you get. And I don't know if that's Vance's impact on the cigar or what they did. Yeah. What did
I
June give it?
mean,
June gave it a 5.75.
Yeah.
So he said he enjoyed the Churchill size a fair amount more, the one that he smoked at the trade
yeah,
show.
and
So
obviously we're smoking at the show, and I think it was the first cigar of the day for us. Because Vance was busy, the Stoke was busy, and we really wanted to get a chance to talk to them. I want to smoke the Wisdom for review because the show experience, and I don't get a chance to really enjoy a lot of Churchills, and frankly, I don't think there's a lot of great Churchills out there anymore. And the Churchill blew me away. Like the Churchill was like, oh man, this is next level. But I appreciate that he blends the profiles differently in each of the offerings, right? It's not like this didn't feel like, I don't know how you felt, Aaron, but this didn't feel like a carbon copy in any way like the Wisdom was.
no, no, definitely different experience. So I think they'll probably smoke fairly differently between the Tolas. So yeah, I'm interested in trying the other sizes as well. Just kind of see how they shake out.
I like that it's different. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
like that it just doesn't taste like it doesn't taste like some other like I can't say, oh, it tastes like the whatever from whoever.
Yeah.
It's like no, it tastes like something that's a combination of flavors that I can't say so I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, look, it's not a $17 cigar,
Right.
so you could smoke another one of them and still be ahead, in my opinion.
That's right. All right. Remember to catch this video. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalace.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.
Moderation.